Welcome to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad you are here spending some of your time with me on yet another video. This video is going to be what I am calling this year a reverse TBR, because I don't think I want to do TBRs because I tend to just read what I want to read when I want to read it. And it also depends on what comes available through Libby, the library app. You know what I'm saying? So I have stuff on hold, and so sometimes what I end up reading is what came available on hold from Libby because it's available now. So my TBR can change with a drop of a hat. So therefore, this is going to be a little bit new. It's a reverse TBR. So, and this is for the month of December, what I read in December, because I don't think I did a TBR at all for December. So this is a reverse. Okay. So AKA a wrap up. So, first I want to say thank you so much for clicking on my channel, for taking some time out to hang out with me on another video. And also, I want to tell you to like, subscribe, share, do all the things, that we like you to do. And welcome anybody that's new. I'm so glad you decided to join me. As you can see, I still have my Christmas tree up. Have not put everything down, but today is the 3rd of the month, 3rd of January. So I am going to be working on that probably tomorrow, which is Sunday. So anywho, first things first, I had one reading journal that I did not share with you on the last video that I said I was waiting for Amazon to send. I got this same journal last year and filled it up, loved it. It's a little bit different from the one I really liked from Little Inklings, but this one I really enjoyed as well. So I ordered another one in a different color. Last year I had green, my favorite color. This year I've got pink. So this is it, and it's so pretty. I just think it's a beautiful book. Look at that, it has it on the back, and it is, I think, $19.99 on the as you can see, this is the book review pages and how they look. But anywho, I love it. It is a cute one. It has a little hook here for your pen. It's not, very complicated. It doesn't have as much as the big one that I used last year from Little Inklings. It doesn't have as much, and it doesn't have the rings. I prefer the ones with the rings, but because I like this one so much, I get it anyway. I wish they would sell it with the rings, but anywho. And it has the thing where you can, I don't know, you call it the strap. The strap. You see that has the strap on it. So I like that. So anyways, wanted to share that with you because that was the one reading journal that I do have now that I will be using. I'll probably use this first and foremost because it just kind of gets straight to the point. It has some others pages in there like for notes and challenges and things like that. But it is, basically for book reviews. But getting right into my December wrap up, AKA reverse TBR, what I read. And I read a total of, I think, 14 books. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I'm sorry. I read 15 books. 15 books in the month of December. So it turned out to be a good reading month because I had a lot of downtime, a lot of time cooking and just kind of to myself. And I was able to just fit in a lot of the reading that I enjoy doing as far as listening while I'm working. So I started off the month with Not Finished Loving You by Kimberly Jones. I'm not sorry. What did I say? Kimberly Jones? Kimberly Brown. I think this may be the first book I have read by her. Of course, this is a romance book, and I'm trying to, I'm going off the cuff, of course, again. I'm trying to remember how much I enjoyed this. You know what? Give me just a second because I want to tell you just a bit about it, and I'm going to come right back on. Okay, I'm back. So, Not Finished Loving You by Miss Kimberly Brown. This book was basically a friends that became lovers in college romance. And they, had an intense relationship during college where they met and were set to get married and decided, or not decided, but something happened. I won't give the tea away, but something happened, and basically they did not end up together. And life, of course, took over in both of their individual lives separately, and something brings them back together. It was excellent. I ended up giving this a 4 star, and I enjoyed it a whole lot. I definitely recommend this as a good romance book to read if you are a romance girly and have not finished or have not picked this one up. I would say this one should be on your list. It is not her most popular book, I think, by her, which I tend to like to dabble in reading some of the authors' different work that's not as popular sometimes before I read some of the popular ones. So, Not Finished Loving You. I enjoyed it. The next one is Nutmeg and Mistletoe by Miss T.L. Martin. This was a 5 star read for me. I think I talked just a snippet about it in my last video, but this was my first read by her. No, I'm sorry, this was not my first. This was my second read by her, but this was a brand new book of hers that just came out for the holidays or during the holidays. And she is fast becoming one of my go-to authors for lighthearted but romance, got a little spice, not overkill, and just good loving relationships of a Black woman being loved down. I am enjoying how she writes. I'm enjoying the comedy that she puts in there, the realness of her stories, of how the people meet, and the stuff that they go through, and then just the far outness of just the imaginary world of reading and how things can just be beautiful, be fun. She is a really good, to me, author for lighthearted rom-com type of reading, but has some depth. I enjoyed this story. This story took on a relationship. Hold on, let me go, because I excuse me, I read so much. Sometimes I tend to forget, excuse me, sorry y'all, about what I read, even though I gave this a 5 star. So this is a sports romance as well, because it's dealing with an Atlanta Strikers. Hold on. 1 second, y'all. I am so sorry. This is real life. Okay, everything's better with coffee. Okay. I'm going to just read to you what I wrote because I enjoyed it so much. I actually wrote something in Goodreads about it. Hold on. Okay, so I wrote, this book was such a good read for the holidays. I could most definitely see it as a Hallmark or Lifetime movie. I love the age gap trope. It had an age gap trope, and if you know me, I tend to love an age gap trope, and the found friendships in new and different ways. The author did such a good job with creating two relationships I was able to be invested in, and she made characters so relatable. In my honest opinion, all I know is I want more. I can't wait for the next book in the series. So this was the first book in a series that she's creating for the Atlanta Strikers team, and they are I think they're a hockey team. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the hockey team. But let me just look and see if it says it real quick. I think it's a hockey team though. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the weeds in it, but I can tell you, if you are looking for a really good holiday book that deals with two relationships two different relationships that you would be totally invested in their outcome, this is one you want to go with. It is heartfelt, it is funny, but it is good. It is just, it's a natural good time. I enjoyed it. Um, the next one is Prince by Miss Bree Sade. Okay, this is the third book, I think, in the series. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Is it the first? I think it's okay. It's the third book in the series. It deals with a relationship between um, the one of the twins. If you've read the book, the previous books, it deals with the relationship between Prince and Alicia. Okay, and she's one of the twin best friends of one of the main characters in the very first book. Okay, so anyways, of course it's a romance. It has drama. But it's just a good time. It is a real good time. I enjoyed it. She was Alicia was really pushing, not trying to be in this relationship because of her baggage, her issues that she had with her past, and she really was not trying to give in to the attraction and what was going on between her and Prince over the other books, and now this is their story. So good, excellent writing. I enjoyed it. I just want another book by her because her twin sister, Nisha, I know she has a story coming. I know she's working on that. I hope she is because I'm invested and I want to find out what happens with her and Chad. I think Nisha and Chad. So, anyways, love that. Gave it a, what did I give this book? Hold on. Gave it a 4 star. It deserved all 4 stars. It was excellent. And I read this one on my Kindle, and I enjoyed it very, very much. So if you are looking for a good read on your Kindle, go find Bree Sade. All 3 books, they were good. Romance, if you love romance like me. The next one I read was The Heart Restoration Project by Beth Merlin and Danielle. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Danielle Madafira. I don't know. I'm messing her name up. But anyways, this book I had picked up because I seen it in the library and I was interested in the book. It just was a cover pick from the library. And every once in a while, I like to just throw something different in. It intrigued me on the back, and I just thought, let me give it a shot. So this was a not so great turned out, but I was invested. So I went ahead and read the whole entire book. It was a 2 star for me. Um, but I may pick up something else by her at some point. But this one, it started out very interesting. On the first, chapter, the first pages, I was interested in what was going on, but it kind of just fell dead. Anyways, it was a romance, but it wasn't really any spice. It was maybe a tidbit. I don't even think I can't remember it having any spice. Um, but basically, it was following this young lady that was from a family, from like a reality life story family that blew up, over reality show. And I did like the fact that all the characters, not all the characters, but the characters in her family, her sisters, were all named after flowers. So I thought that was cute. Her name, let me see, I remember her name was Plum. No, it wasn't Flowers. I'm sorry. It was not that, not, it was, what is it? Not, what do you call plums? um, Fruits, I guess. So anyways, they were all named after different fruits. I thought that was cute that they did that with the storyline, but it just went, it ended up fizzling out for me. It started out getting you interested because she was cast in this show, and it starts out, with her telling her kind of backstory a little bit while she's, doing a show, and something happens, I don't want to give away the plot, but anyways, something happens that embarrasses her and gets her kind of in the world where she is dealing with people knowing things or having found out something that shouldn't have been shared from someone close. And so, anyways, she ends up getting a job, another gig where she is restoring, supposedly in a different, in province, I think it was. Let me just read because I'm all over the place. Okay, so in Province, it says a burned out reality show star embarks down a path of self renovation in a witty and enlightening novel about celebrity, love, sacrifice, and the resilience of the human heart. Um, that kind of sums it up. I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyways, it was just okay to me. It wasn't anything that I would say you need to read. Excuse me, y'all. And I'm gonna leave that at that. The next one I read was Single Black Female by Miss Tracy Brown. This was another really good book by Miss Tracy Brown. Of course, after reading Brooklyn and Hold You Down, I wanted more of Tracy Brown's books, and I am going to be even picking up more this year. I just want to read her whole catalog. Anyways, this book is about, I'm going to just read from here a little bit. Okay, so it is about an edgy, definitely, no, I'm sorry. It's about four friends grappling with the dramatic twists and turns of life, love, and what it means to make it in America. Okay, so it basically deals with a successful stylist, an entrepreneur, and a single mom. And who has been loyal to her son's father. So I'm not going to go into all those details. I'll just say it deals with these friends and their lives and how they're grappling with raising their children, raising their kids, and just dealing with life and all the twists and turns that comes with that. And it's interesting. It makes you want to follow along. It makes you want to know what happens. It's just good. It's good writing. Okay, so obviously it is a new day. I had to stop yesterday, so I am going to carry on where I left off, which is we just talked about Single Black Female by Tracy Brown. The next one is We Are All Guilty Here by Miss Karen Slaughter. Okay, this is a thriller mystery set in a small town in which two teenagers go missing and everything unravels from the missing girls. It takes you on a wild ride. It goes into a lot. So I, of course, love Karen Salter books. They are very interesting to me. They're intriguing. They wrap you up into this in-depth storyline, and this did not disappoint. This is like her latest release. It was released last year, and I am so glad I got a chance to read it. It was excellent. I gave it 4 stars. The next one was Love Unscripted, and this was a book club pick that I was a part of this past year, called the Cuffing Season, by another YouTuber. It's a virtual book club that she started, and so glad I got a chance to participate in it. Anyways, this was their pick. And so this is a love story. It's a romance book, of course. The story is about the characters Stormy and Milo finding love after both being in situations that had them very hesitant to open up into anything new. So they both were dealing with past situations that just caused them not to really want to go there. And so you get wrapped up in that story. It was good. I mean, I'm not going to say it was good. It was okay. It wasn't like one of those reads that I'm like, oh yeah, read this. No, it didn't give me that. It was like, okay. It wasn't all of that to me. This is my opinion. Anyways, the next one was Lilith by Miss Alexandria House. Now, I have enjoyed Miss Alexandria House books. I've been reading them for over a year now, about almost 2 years. I've been reading different series of hers, and this is the first in a new series. It's short stories because they're not very long. The book basically is about the character Lilith and Ray. It starts off with Lilith witnessing Ray killing someone kind of by accidents, by happenstance that she sees this. And it goes from there. So I'm not going to give you any more, but it was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. And I definitely want to read the next one in the series, which is Memphis. And so I'm picking that up really soon. But it's a short read. And if you like intrigue, romance, and just a good time, that's one you want to pick up. The next one I read was The 5-Year Lie. Okay, so this book was actually on my shelf, so it was one of the books that I already own and I wanted to tackle. This is about a woman's search for the truth after receiving a text from her deceased ex-boyfriend. And it goes from there. You know, with thrillers and psychological mysteries, thrillers, I never want to really give you all of the information. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'm going to let you go. It was a good book. It was not something that I say you just got to read. But it wasn't bad. It was okay. I enjoyed it somewhat. Okay. I gave it a 3 star. The next one was Sinful Disruption. This is a story about 2 brothers with very different paths to love and family. One brother named Navy, he spends 4 years struggling to get his life back after nearly dying. And then the other brother, Crew, spends those same 4 years building a solid foundation to have financial stability and will protect his brother Navy at all costs because he grapples with the fact that he almost lost him. So it's a romance, but it's also heartfelt. It deals with a family and the relationship, of course, that grows between brothers and the relationship that grows between their 2 love interests in the story. So I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 star and definitely think that that is one you want to pick up if you are ready for a good read. Sinful Disruption is by Casey Mills. I don't think I said that. And The 5-Year Lie is by, I think her name is Sarah Bowen. It'll be up here, so you'll see who it's by. The next one is The Unraveling by Vi Keelan. Now, I've been picking up Vi Keelan, books lately because I read one and kind of enjoyed it. So just kind of going through her catalog a little bit, trying to find others that I like of hers. This was a 3-star read for me, so it was okay. This is a thriller. It's dealing with a psychiatrist's obsession with something tragic that happened in her past. So she's kind of going back and forth. It's doing like that reverie thing where it goes back in time to tell you about what happened in the past and then brings you back to current. So if you like that style of writing, this may be one you want to pick up. I enjoyed it. It was an okay time. It was not like I got to read it right now, but if you're looking for something that is pretty good and it'll keep you somewhat interested, I say you can read this one. It's not bad, but it's not like the best I've ever read. Okay. The next one I read was Glory Be. This was also a 3-star read for me. It's by Danielle Arsenault. This book is a new book in a series that is just starting and is set in Louisiana. It's like a cozy mystery book vibe. Glory is an older church lady that basically becomes an investigator after her best friend is found dead in her apartment. And she knows they're trying to say that her best friend committed suicide. And Glory is like, no, that is not what happened. I'm not buying it. So it takes you on her life, dealing with that and the personal things that she's dealing with in her life. And it's good. It's a good time. I enjoyed this. I would say definitely this is a one you want to pick up if you want a cozy mystery vibe, but that also has humor, and it keeps you interested. I thought this was a good read for that. So it's a 3-star to me, but maybe more like a 3.5 or 3.75. So I want to give this one a little bit more than the other one. The next one I read is The Mistletoe Motive. This is by Chloe Lisi. This is my first book by her. And this was part of another book club that a virtual book club that I'm a part of. And this was their pick for December. And it was a short, novella type read. It was really cute. This is my first, like I said, book by this author, but I do have some books by her on my shelf, so I definitely want to get to them. I thought this was maybe like a 3.25, I would say, to me. And it basically is dealing with two people that work together in this bookstore, and they take basically a really windy road to love. So it is a love story, but it really doesn't have any spice in it. If it does, I can't remember it. That's how little. But anyways, I enjoyed it. Now the next one, let me get the book because I'm going to come right back. Let me get the book. Okay, so I had to go get this book. It is With Us. Of course, this is by Colleen Hoover, and a lot of people have read this book and talked about this book, but this is my first read, or this is not my first read of Colleen Hoover, but this is when I chose to read it. I know everybody's been talking about it in the past. Okay, so let me just say this first. This book was such a good read and totally unexpected because I went in totally blind. I didn't read the back of it. I didn't watch the movie because it's out on Netflix, I think still. So I'm going to give that gift to you as well. But I will share this snippet if you just have to have something about it. If not, please skip ahead to the next book, okay? Because this part was so good to me. And this is the part that I want to share about the book. And I want to make sure I get to the right part. So hold on 1 second. I'm coming right back. Okay, so I'm gonna just read this part and hopefully it's not too much of a spoiler, but like I said, skip ahead if you don't want to know anything and you don't want to get a spoiler. So it says, I began to cry because this is hurting me as much as it's hurting him. Ryle, I say gently, what would you do if one of these days this little girl looked up at you and she said, Daddy, my boyfriend hit me? What would you say to her, Ryle? And he pulls Emerson to his chest and buries his face against the top of her blanket. Stop, Lily, he begs. I push myself up straighter on the bed. I place my hand on Emerson's back and try to get Ryle to look at me in the eyes. What if she came to you and said, Daddy, my husband pushed me down the stairs. He said it was an accident. What should I do? His shoulders began to shake, and for the first time since the day I met him, he has tears. Real tears that rush down his cheeks as he holds his daughter tightly against him. I'm crying too, but I keep going for her sake. What if my voice breaks? What if she came to you and said, my husband tried to rape me, Daddy. He told me, he held me down while I begged him to stop, but he swears he'll never do it again. What should I do, Daddy? He's kissing her forehead over and over, tears spilling down his face. What would you say to her, Ryle? Tell me. I need to know what you would say to our daughter if the man she loves with all her heart ever hurts her. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to read anymore, but that sums it up, okay? So we're going to move right along. That was a 5-star read for me. Totally unexpected, enjoyed it, and now I want to go watch the movie, but not before I go and read the second half. It Starts With Us. So anyways, hopefully that helped. The next one was A Merry Little Meet Cute. This was by Julia, no, is it Julie Murphy and Simone, or Sierra Simone, something like that. You'll have it up here. You'll see the authors. Okay, so this book was a hot mess for me. I could have definitely did without reading it, and I almost DNF'd it. I'm just gonna be honest. I made it a 2-star, probably more like a 1-star, in my opinion. It's supposed to be a holiday cutesy type book, rom-com-ish, I guess, somewhat. It's about a plus-size porn star that gets a leading role in a squeaky clean romantic Christmas movie, sort of like a Hallmark movie. And she ends up getting with her co-star that has been a super fan of hers for years because he watches or subscribes to her porn star website. So anyways, it just goes left for me. I'm gonna leave that on. This is not my style. So that was all the books that I read in December. That was my reverse TBR. Hopefully this was not very, very long and it was good for you to enjoy. We'll see. I'm gonna try this out for this year. Instead of just doing like a TBR, I'm going to call it a reverse TBR, and I am going to do it at the end of the month after I've read all I'm going to read, because I just really don't know what I'm going to read until I read it. And that's just, it is what it is. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, if you haven't, please do. And please like and comment. Share with me if you have opinions of any of these books, that you maybe liked them, didn't like them, or agree with me. I will definitely see you on the next one.